What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I know that I did miss today, but I'm here now, and welcome to the vlog. Hope you guys are having a great, awesome, fantastic day, and welcome to Steven Scoots Vlogs. I'm Steven Scoots. I will be your host, and I will be telling you guys a very interesting, crazy story that happened that was pretty much my fault, but there was no serious outcome. And I'm very glad for it. So let's get into the story real quick. And also, if you guys not had me on Snapchat or Instagram or any social media besides YouTube, link in description as always. So go check it out and let's get into the story. So the story I'm going to talk about today is, as you guys know from the title, you know, I almost went to jail. Because this is a very crazy story. It has happened from right now when I showed you guys about 2 nights ago. It was about 11. So I was driving home. And I was like, okay, cool. And I don't know, for some reason I was like thinking like weird in some way, like I was a race car or something like that. And by all means, I know I don't have a race car or anything like that, and I know I definitely don't. But it's very interesting because I haven't got pulled over so many times for so many stupid things, and gotten tickets for speeding and whatnot. And also, as you guys all know, very close friends of mine, yeah, I don't like going the speed limit. Honestly, and my birds, yeah, they're yelling, but that's fine. Yeah, I don't like going the speed limit. I know, you know, a lot of you guys are like, why don't you like doing that? Well, I mean, sometimes when I'm like chilling, I'll do it, but usually I really don't. It's just kind of not my thing. I just like going faster. So what happened was I was driving home thinking I'm a race car or whatever, and the speed limit was around like, it was 45, and you know, I was just cruising at like a good like 55, 60, and then I noticed this weird truck was coming up, and it so happened to be an undercover officer, and I was pretty shocked, but it did not look like a normal type of car. It had a weird gate, not gate on the back, but it had like a weird part on the back with like lights that you could not be able to see. The lights were inside of his like little, pretty much it was the interior of the lights, and I didn't know that was a truck, and he was like following me the same way I was going, and I'm like, why is this truck following me? Like I started getting creeped out. I did not know he was a undercover, and I was pretty shocked. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm just, you know, I'm heading home. I was gonna go to McDonald's real quick and get something, and what ended up happening was I wasn't going 60 anymore. I noticed that he was following me at a very rapid speed. He was like really keeping up with me. So I like pretty much was like, is this like a guy that's trying to like call me in? Is he like just mad that I'm speeding and trying to follow me? Is he trying to hurt me? Like, I didn't know who he was. I didn't know. All I knew was just some two-door truck with a back rear square thing, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called, but yeah. So what happened was, yeah, I'm just like, I'm going way past 60. I'm going about 80, 85, and a 45, which I'm telling you now, everybody that does drive or that's going to drive or whatever, don't speed, because that's not going to get you anywhere fun. That's going to land you in debt with money, because you're going to have to go and pay the ticket or get it reduced down to something else, but you're going to end up paying something to the government, which is retarded, but whatever. So out of all that, I was speeding, and I all I seen was him coming so fast right behind me, and I'm like, why, this is so weird. And I just knew I was going over 70. That's all I knew. I was going over 70 miles an hour in a 45, which you guys should never do, so don't ever do that. And it was the craziest type of experience I've ever had, because usually I would get pulled over and get a ticket. And in this instance, I didn't. I'm very thankful I didn't. But what happened was, I'm just flying down the road, and it's going into like a darkish type of area, and he's still right behind me, and I'm like, why is this guy following me like as fast as I'm going? Like every other car was like staying back, like way. That's like a cool, I would say maybe half a mile back, because I was like flying kind of. But when I'm doing that, how do I put it? I pay very close attention to like if cars come out or anything like that, or like pedestrians or whatever. Like, don't speed, because it's not going to get you anywhere. But I pay very close attention when I do, so don't try that. And let's keep going with the story. So after where I'm just flying and I see him right behind me, he puts up red and blue lights, and I'm like focusing constantly on where I'm supposed to be going on the road, and I like look up real quick into the mirror, and all I see is blue and red lights. I said, "Oh shit, I messed up now. Oh no." I was like, I can't keep getting tickets. I can't do this. Like, come on. So he like flicks his lights and turned them off, and I was like, strange, cause cops don't really do that. They don't flick their lights and turn them off. And he just kept following me. He did it twice. So like he like made sure I seen him. And then I put my brake lights on, so from like that type of range, 70 to 80, I slowed down to at least 60. And then I was like, oh, okay, he turned them off. He's still following me. This is weird. So I knew it was an undercover unit. I don't know. I don't think undercover units are allowed to pull over vehicles unless they're like a actual like officer. They're I think he was like a detective for something, but I don't know. I'm obviously sure he like called my plate. I don't know if he called it in or not, because no cop showed up or anything like that. And we're still flying down the street, and he's still behind me. And we're in like not one way road, but like in one lane, and then it cuts off, and then I like turn off a little bit. He goes like kinda like not beside me, but a little bit back, like kind of like in a blind spot area. And I just see my mirror. He's like still there, and I'm like, all right, weird. Hey, shh. And I'm still going, and I start slowing down. I was like, all right, he's still following me. I'm just gonna turn off into the McDonald's. By this point, he doesn't have his lights on. He was just following me now. And hey, shh. And I'm just still going, and I'm like slowing down, about to turn in, and I slow down like about to like 15, 20, and he pulls up right beside me. His window's already down, trying to like talk to me. I lowered my music a little bit, and I pulled my window down, and he was like, "Bro, are you really going 80 right now? Really? Come on, man, slow down." And he drove off, and I was like, I'm sorry." Like, I didn't know what to say, and so that's pretty much what happened. It was a freaking crazy experience. I turned in and I went to McDonald's, and I started like on my phone. I was like Snapchatting and telling what happened. So if you guys don't have me on Snapchat or Instagram or stuff like that, link in description as always. But anyways, I said that. Then I was like, he was like turning off onto the other like the super main road that's like kind of like your freeway but kind of not. So. And it's about pretty high speeds, about 55 miles an hour, and he's like turning onto there, and I was like, I'm in the driveway of the drive-through of the McDonald's, and I'm like, hold on. So he was mad at me. I was speeding. He probably called me in. There might be either highway patrol or metro or something like that already on their way to the area that he spotted me at for my plates. But anyways, when they take your plates down, they can obviously see that where you live, who you are, who's the car owner, blah 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 blah, etc. And I don't know if he like got it down or put it in the system or whatever, but I was kind of like shook, because I'm in the McDonald's like before I was about to order like a soda and a drink, or a soda and like some food, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna head home really quick, because I studied police for a couple years, like back in elementary, middle, and kind of like high school. So I kind of know what they do, what they think about, what they look for certain things. So a couple years of experience, but knowledge of what law enforcement does and how they act and say, and etc. But anyways, I was in the driveway the drive-through in McDonald's, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna head out, because they're probably on their way. And he has the detail of my car and who I am and everything like that. So I was like, all right, cool. So I backed up, and I just like went out the opposite way of I was coming, and just went out the back streets to my house. I did not see no cops anywhere, but I was kind of shook, because I was like, what if they roll up to my house, start asking questions, etc.? I would be like, well, I don't really have an excuse, so I wouldn't know what to do. But anyways, glad thing to say, I didn't get a ticket, and don't speed. That's your lesson. Don't take it from me. I don't know why, but I like going fast. And it's very funny because out of like how many times I got and pulled over and stuff like that, the most interesting part is like the cops, they never. I had this question asked by a friend of mine a couple days ago. He was like, when you go to court or whatever, do they ever ask you what type of vehicle you... Hey, shh, I'm filming. But do they ask you what type of vehicle you're like speeding in or whatever? Because like, how do I put it? My tickets are not like, 10 over. They're like 15 plus. Like the highest I went over I think was like 30. But like if you go over like a certain amount, like I think 30, 35, 40, like they have, the cops by then, well, they have the opinion to either, give you a ticket, tow your car, or arrest you and tow your car. So, your chances, like, you better be nice to the cop because, like, with them catching you in that speed, like, over the speed limit, like, they could take you to jail. And jail's not a fun place, I can tell you that now. Never been there, don't want to go there, so, yeah. But, it's, how do I put it? Yeah, it's just crazy. But yeah, they were asking me, like, do they ever ask me what type of vehicle? And and just keep in mind, I'm in a Hyundai Elantra. My horsepower is like 130, 40. Like, that's not a lot of horsepower, right? And I want a Hellcat. Hellcat, that's like 5,000 pound vehicle, rear-wheel drive, 4-door production vehicle with 707 horsepower. It goes over 200 miles an hour. Way faster, way more expensive, blah blah blah, from my Hyundai Elantra. And how many times I get pulled over my Hyundai Elantra for speeding is like kind of ridiculous because it's just no one ever asks like why would I speed in that little car? I mean, it would just make more knowledge if you're speeding in like a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, Hellcat, something with a ton of horsepower and just just made to just go fast. And, my car is made to not necessarily go fast, just to be good for gas and go to point A to B. And it was pretty strange at the point. So, yeah, but that's my story. I feel like I would love, like, at the time when like the time comes, like, I'm trying as hard as I can to get my Hellcat. I'm just why I did not get it is there was like the issues with like financially wise. Because for them to do it, like, you like show background checks of like what type of income you're making and all that for you to be approved to get that vehicle, and like your credit is involved with that and everything like that. So that's why I have not got it yet. But eventually, hopefully, this damn year I need to get it. What else do I have to say? What I really need to get is the damn thing for, because when I get that, I'm buying the, what are they called? The thing for like, a scanner. Like, it's like a radar detector, so when any type of undercover officer or just regular police officer is like around, they're doing radar, it can, they were saying like it can block it, which I don't know if that's illegal or not, but... And the other thing, it'll just like censor where they're at, and it'll start beeping a lot when they're super close, meaning you need to slow the hell down super quick. And I need to get that. They're a couple $100s, but it's well worth the money. If you're going to get one of those, I would recommend spending the extra couple $100, because they're any upwards from like, I mean, some are like $100, $200, $300, but they're not the best. I would rather prefer getting a $500, $600, $700, $800, $900, maybe $1,000 or something like that, in that range, to making sure that you don't get tickets. That's what I need to get, but I haven't got yet. But yeah, so that's my story that I had to pretty much tell you guys, because it's a pretty crazy experience that I had, and a lot of people on my Snapchat seen me say it. I didn't get to really make a video about it until now. And yeah, so that's my crazy experience. I don't want to go to jail, and I need to focus on not speeding. Or if I want to speed, I need to get the scanner thing so I don't. But with me saying that, thank you guys so much for tuning in, watching, and everything. And if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe with notifications on. And everybody that is watching and you guys are already subscribed, make sure to put the notification bell on, so when I do post a video, it will come to your box like right at that moment, because you know how like you guys would see like thumbnails and then you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna watch this video or not. Well, right now, the whole thing with YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time to be able to do monetization thumbnails. I mean, I could do cards. I can't monetize my videos right now, and I can't do any thumbnails. It won't let me. So just make sure when I post every single new video, you have the notification bell on and you guys are able to watch it immediately. You guys shouldn't miss a video because, I mean, there's just really crazy stuff happening right now in my life. So, so you make sure to stay tuned, share the channel. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a cool like. And pretty much, yeah, that's it, what I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much. And roll the outro. Yeah.